What's up, everybody? It's Keefe from Ghost Cold Magazine, and you're watching The Weekly Ritual. This is our rundown of all the current news stories for the week beginning May the 4th. Be with you, and I hope it was. Top news stories this week on GhostColdMag.com include Gwar coming out with a 30th anniversary edition of Scumdogs of the Universe, big box set, lots of bonuses and extras, vinyl, cool shit. Definitely pick it up and support those warriors and hail Odorous forever. Burton C. Bell at Fear Factory and Ascension of the Watchers is back on a new track with Scum Love. Really cool, definitely worth checking out. The Sword has returned with a cover of Kiss's She from their two new albums. They have a compilation of B-sides and covers and another live record that's also coming out. Sword had a big comeback tour planned, and for now we'll have to deal with the music. That's going to be cool. Steve Von Till of Neurosis is releasing a solo album and his debut book of poetry and musings. We interviewed Steve on the Ghost Cold Magazine podcast a few months ago, and he gave us an update on Neurosis and their whereabouts and perhaps new music from the band. Perhaps not ready yet. We'll find out. Other cool news stories include all the bands doing live stream events and quarantine shows. Shout out to Sepultura. Shout out to Swallow the Sun, who's doing a live stream this week. Shout out to Insomnium and Omnium Gatherum doing a really cool fan concert. I believe Insomnium is going to play all of their incredible 2016 Winter's Gate album. Badass stuff. A lot of cool things going on in the music world. In terms of Ghost Cold features, we ran a 10-year anniversary feature on Deftones' Diamond Eyes, one of the best records in their whole catalog, maybe their best. You be the judge. Started a new feature series on YouTube here called War Stories with Keefe by me, about my life story as a music journalist, a music fan, being in bands, which I was for 20 years. Some other feature interviews we've done for our awesome Ghost Cold podcast, almost 100 episodes of the Ghost Cold podcast in a few weeks. We just interviewed Jacob Bannon of Converge about his new supergroup of old school death metal heads, Umbra Vitae, featuring members of the Red Chord and Ex-Hatebreed and Job for a Cowboy and Stomach Earth, and really, really awesome record all the way through. Pretty cool interviews with Mike from Heaven Shall Burn and Andreas from Cabal and Monica Strutt of The Last Martyr, our good friend Monica. And last and never least, our fearless photo editor and videographer Omar Cordy has launched a new column called Off Center with OJ, Omar's nickname, and in his very first edition, he tackles the alternately great and questionable Veronica movie by Glenn Danzig, his directorial debut. A few other news stories of the week, just in case you missed him. One of our favorites, Alan Johannes from the 1990s band 11. He was also in Queens of the Stone Age as a touring guy and producer. He was in the Desert Sessions with the Eagles of Death Metal and Josh Homme. Also of Queens of the Stone Age, he was a member of them Crooked Vultures for a whole world tour, and he produced all the Chris Cornell solo albums. Alan has had many awesome solo albums himself. His new solo album is coming in June from Ipecac Records, and it's called Hum. And there's a single and a video out right now. You can check it out. Ipecac is, of course, co-owned and run by Mike Patton of Faith No More, and Dead Cross, and Tomahawk, and Mr. Bungle, and a million other bands. Also coming out on Ipecac Records is the new solo album from Buzz Osborne of the Melvins. So that's going to be really badass and awesome. And last and never least, Liquid Death Mountain Spring Water and Sparkling Water. It put out an album called Greatest Hates, which is an incredible death metal record written by members of Death and the guitar players from Arsis. And the album title and lyrics and song titles all come from trolls and hate mail the brand has gotten on social media. It's pretty genius, and the songs are badass. I highly recommend you check it out. And of course, for full transparency, Ghost Cold is now an affiliate of Liquid Death Mountain Water, and you can use the code in the link below, the Ghost Cold code, all caps, and get 10% off your order. So that's pretty freaking awesome. Last and never least, on the weekly ritual, we're going to do a segment called The Mailbag. Check out some stuff I've been sent recently or stuff I'm reading or digging from my collection of music, comic books, vinyl, etc. First off, just because I'm going to shout this out, we had Ross Sewage on the Dumb and Dumbest podcast, myself and Matt Bacon. I'm going to shout out this incredible Ghoul comic book. You can't even really appreciate how incredible it is. I've only taken out of this plastic twice, once to read it and earlier today to take a photo of it. Incredible. If you can tell, the logo of Ghoul is in this red foil. This entire thing is illustrated by Dr. Ross Sewage. He rules. Support Ghoul. Support any bands from Creepsylvania. Splatter Thrash forever. Let's see what else I have here. I got a little mail from Nuclear Blast Records, my friends at Nuclear Blast. See what's in this. Throw it away like Letterman. Brand new Testament record, Titans of Creation. I interviewed Chuck Billy for this record, and we gave this record a cool 8 of 10, I believe, written by Gary Alcock from the UK crew. This is a great record. My one Bandcamp purchase from the April Bandcamp Day, where they waived their fees and gave $4 million of profits to bands, is Errant. Errant is the side project of Ray Amate from Immortal Bird. Glad to say that she's been a longtime friend, and I'm pleased that friends of mine are making really cool, thoughtful music. This is a little bit of everything in this record. She sent me an autographed one for my purchase from Bandcamp and a personal note, which I really appreciate. Thank you, Ray. This album rules. Check it out. Telemark. The recent EP by Ihsahn, one of my heroes. Ihsahn, if you don't know, is the founder of Emperor. This album's incredible. It's got a really strange couple of covers. Rock and Roll is Dead by Lenny Kravitz and Wrathchild by Iron Maiden. And some brand new music from Ihsahn while we wait for a new full-length album. Record that came out a few months ago over the holidays, but that I've been playing a lot, is Turkey Vulture, another friend of mine making cool music. This is the Boxer EP, or mini single. Boxer is their solo sort of punk hardcore song. Not that hardcore, but kind of punky, alternative punk. And then a great cover of In the Pines. That's actually what the record features. Both of these releases. Boxer on the back art. In the Pines is the famous blues song made famous by Leadbelly, covered by Nirvana, and their Nirvana Unplugged was said to be Kurt Cobain's favorite song ever. And Leadbelly was Kurt Cobain's favorite artist ever. Bet you didn't know that. Using this downtime to read a lot of books. One book I'm holding here is Reintroducing Chuck Mosley, Life on and Off the Road. This is a memoir of Doug Esper, who's the road manager, bandmate, and close friend of Chuck Mosley. Chuck is the original Faith No More singer. He passed away. He had an incredible musical run as a solo artist and in other bands. And I'm cutting through this book. It's pretty cool. Another book I have here somewhere, and it's not handy, is Doomed to Fail by J.J. Anselmi. You may know his writing from places like Decibel. Doomed to Fail is a complete history of the entire stoner and doom, sludge, and even grindcore and sort of deep, dark industrial music genres. This is a fantastically written book, some of the best music writing I have ever read in my life. We'll link it in the description so you can pick up a copy. Can't recommend it enough. And then finally, this week on the mailbag, I wanted to share some cool vinyl that was sent to me. This is from Aqualam Records here in Brooklyn, New York, and this is the recent album by Frail, 1692. I'm going to back up a little so you can appreciate this. The glare is hitting it, but this is an amazing package of stuff they sent. It's the album, the vinyl, and then it came with this incredible book, sort of a book companion to the album here, and it's got incredible photography, lyrics, poems, photos of the band. We'll do like a little flip here, and of course the big bad vinyl. This is an incredible band. I would say on par with Merker, Heilung, shades of Wardruna, but also some other things. There's a little mysticism in there, a little witchcraft, but it's definitely really ethereal music for thinking fans. New kinds of heavy. That's what's turning me on in 2020. I hope it's helping you. Music is definitely helping me get by. That has been the weekly ritual for the week of May 4th. I hope everybody's safe and hanging in there. We'll see you soon. We're out.